What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to episode number 230 of the Nonsense Review. That's right, Rick. Cartman finds love.
Cartman finds love. Oh shit! Is this the one where he gets that that one girlfriend who he corrupts over the course of that one season?
No, this is way earlier.
Oh, okay.
No, Cartman finds love is a very racist episode where a black girl moves into the school, so Cartman does everything he can to make sure she hooks up with Token because black people can only go out with black people.
Yeah, I think Kyle ends up falling in love with her, doesn't he?
He might do. The main takeaway being, of course, that Cartman is wrong. She's not into that. Token's not into that. That's not how the world works. And as divine justice, I don't know if it's the first introduction of it, but I do distinctly remember you get fucking Cupid Cartman following Cartman around. It's very silly.
Yeah. I think they do actually end up together, and like they're really mad about it.
Yeah, you would be. It's always awful when Cartman ends up being right, because it's never for the right reasons that he's right.
Yeah, exactly. It's really funny.
But he does get some divine justice because Cartman Cupid hits the love arrow, and Cartman is destined to fall in love with, I forget the name of the character, but she is the face of halitosis of America.
Yep.
Silly. But yes, I'm your host as always, Devon, and joining me equally as always is Rick.
Hello, everybody.
Now, we are balls deep into our live-action anime month. Yes, that is the choice of phrase I've decided to use. Don't ask me why. Except today we're taking a bit of a divergence because for those of you who aren't in Britain, which, according to our statistics, is most people listening to this...
and most people in the world as well, by the way.
Well, I don't care about the world at whole. I only care about the people listening. Hey, man, we used to own a third of the globe. Let that sink in. But yes, it's hot as balls in the UK. We've got another mini heat wave. It should be gone by next week. So instead of doing a movie like we were going to do, we couldn't really find any we couldn't find a good source of any videos for live action anime that was less than half an hour an episode. Rick did suggest a Sailor Moon thing, but it seems exclusively contained to Facebook videos, and we're not about that.
Yeah, or the really old way of pirating things, which was finding little chunks of it on YouTube in like 8-minute chunks.
Oh, God,
so we're not doing that.
That is some old school shit.
That's how I watched the entire Disgaea anime. That was grim.
That's how I watched They Live for the first time.
Oh boy, is that an entire movie as well?
That's an entire movie. Yeah, it was hell. But I watched
bloody hell. That's a slog. At least anime is like 3 parts per episode. That's a fucking that's a jigsaw.
Yeah. But the guy was pretty good, and they were all contained on one channel instead of that fucking stealth shit where someone owned 8 channels.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, that's a blast from the past, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Although when they owned 8 channels, it was usually the channel was this, but for part 2s, and this, but for part 3s.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it still required channel hopping, and it meant sometimes, unless they made a playlist, which would then make it too obvious. Old school YouTube used to be really easy to circumnavigate the copyright issues. Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah. They were like basically there was like a 1-year period where they weren't owned by Google and they didn't give a fuck.
And even then, Google was so inept when they first took it over.
Yeah.
We got a good couple of years out of YouTube just being like, hey, you want to watch this? It still happens today. Sometimes they'll fucking upload... I remember when Minecraft the movie came out, some fucker uploaded the entire movie onto YouTube and you could watch it for about 2 days before it got caught.
Yeah.
I didn't do that, by the way, because I was already going to see it in the cinema. But, you know...
And I saw it before it came out.
There you go. But yes, all that to say is that if we did what we were actually going to plan to do, I'd have to sit in my room with my windows closed, my fan off, in almost 30-degree weather. I ain't about that life. Rick doesn't have it much better, but, you know, it still sucks.
Oh, yeah. It's currently it's way nicer than it is down there.
Oh, yes. But yes, that being said, we will probably still finish our live-action month. It just means a technicality means the last episode's going to be in... what's the next month? September.
Yeah, so we record it in live action month and release it the next month. Yeah, it's we're asterisking live action month into adaptation month.
Yeah, this isn't even an adaptation. This is well, I guess it is if you want to get really nitty gritty with the details. But this is technically the start of a reboot. Today we are going to be watching the first episode of Digimon Adventure from 2020. This came out peak COVID.
It did. I remember watching this when it was new. So I've seen the sub, but I've not seen the dub.
That's valid. That's valid. I haven't watched any Digimon cartoons since Digimon season. I say season. The third anime, which I think was called Try.
Yeah.
The one with Gilmon and Renamon and Terriermon.
Yeah, I think it was Adventure, but yeah, it's so the second one was the actual continuation, and the third one was kind of the first quote unquote reboot, but obviously some things were commonality threads. But the idea was, rather than having the same guys, you've got like a full-on new cast. That's the first one that I watched, and then there was like a gap in Britain where they just didn't release Digimon New for like a few years while it was being released elsewhere in the world, so that's when I just stopped caring.
Yeah, it's also why I stopped caring about the cartoon very early on, but the video games were always a banger. It did mean we had this awkward position where Digimon World 2003 came out. Don't know why it was called that. It's Digimon World 3, but whatever. Over here it was called Digimon World 2003 because it came out in 2003, and it was this awkward scenario where it's like, who the fuck are these new Digimon? Why? How? Where did they come from? Where did they go? Which one's this? It's Cotton Eye Joe.
What the fuck is a Kotemon?
Yeah. I mean, it was a weird time, but yeah. Digimon also has I will say, I know one thing about this series, and one thing only, because it's a meme between me and a mutual friend of ours, Rick, and that is every so often we'll just send a picture of Gabumon on on the cross saying, "Gabumon died for your sins. Shut the fuck up." So, I don't know the context behind it, but I believe the source is this anime.
Crucified Gabumon, fantastic.
It's wild, dude. It's like he's not nailed to a cross, he's only tied to it, but it's still like, who thought this was a good idea?
Yeah.
But yes, we're doing Digimon Adventure 2020 today. I did some very brief research. I didn't write anything down. Crux of it is one of the original team wanted to basically redo the origin story, the original kids, and unfortunately, most of the people who watched the anime were like, this is not good. With the big old asterisks of, wow, the fight scenes are great.
Yeah, it's not perfect. They ramp up the stakes to be more in line with what the movie feels like.
That's too much of a power scale.
I know, right? You're gonna get mad.
I mean, I don't think I will get mad, because surely episode 1 doesn't start with them fighting, I don't know, fucking
God.
Apocalypmon or something.
I'm staying quiet.
Yeah, stay quiet. Well, okay, I haven't seen anything. It'd be very stupid if that happens in episode 1, but we'll get to that when we get to it. For those of you new to the channel, and we've been waffling for about 6 minutes now, for those of you new to the channel, what we like to do before we jump into the reaction and the review itself is talk about our weeks and the goings-on in the wide universe. So, with that in mind, Rick, how has your week been, buddy?
I won a quiz!
What does this mean?
So we went to a pub this week, and one of the things that was happening at the pub was a pub quiz, which is a normal thing to happen at a pub now and again, but the twist here was you do it entirely on your phone. And the reason for doing this was, if you're using the app and connected to the pub's quiz network, you have to be disconnected from the internet proper, so you can't cheat. I thought this was a fantastic idea, because it means that everybody who's answering questions is doing so off their own and not using the fucking Google.
That kind of bothers me. Not the system. The system's fine. That kind of bothers me that it needs to be like said that, hey, don't Google shit on your phone, because it's a pub quiz.
Yeah, it's a pub quiz. And the thing is, this one was for money. So, like, there was...
They often are.
Yeah, there were motivated entrants. So there was a benefit for fastest finger first, which is something you can't do on a paper quiz.
Of course not. I will say paper quizzes still very much exist, because the last time I did a pub quiz, which was in like, it was when my uncle was visiting, so it was May, it was still pen and paper, and yeah, I kept having to, it still annoys me that I had to say this, because they had a round which was just something you did while you were waiting for other people, teams to get questions done, which was name all the people and say what the connecting theme is.
Yeah.
And my mum was like, I know this person, I'm just going to Google the name I'm thinking of to see if I'm right. And I went, don't do that. Like,
right?
Just write the name you think, and if you're right, you're right. Cool. But like, it's a fucking game.
Yep. Well, yeah, it can get a bit annoying, but by the same token, my closest rivals were a table full of university prospectives who had just done their A-levels and were waiting for their results, and yeah, they were hot on my tail the entire time.
I mean, pub quizzes are usually pop culture knowledge anyway, so
yeah, I did pretty well on things that I knew and awful on things that I didn't. Thankfully, there was a a you lose points by getting things wrong round, so I could just quite happily skip those questions and not lose points. It was great. That's probably why I won.
It's a good system. It is. Like, they use that round in a lot of game shows.
Yeah. Other than that, I started Final Fantasy XI. We found a private server that is not up to date, because being up to date is just straight up piracy. They've taken a snapshot of a few years before the current retail zeitgeist.
My first question is obviously going to be why.
To experience what the fuss was all about, but by the same token, it's to experience things that I did experience in the past. I've already gotten further than I did the first time that I played the game, because the first time I played the game, I had to move to university, and they blocked all online games on the university network back then.
That's really dumb.
Yeah. This was back when Steam was only a authentication process for Half-Life 2.
You know what? I kind of get it, though, because I've heard horror stories of respectively, not genius level people, but people doing really well in their courses, and then the fucking arrow into the Achilles heel, and it's always fucking World of Warcraft.
Oh, yeah. This was before Warcraft came out as well. And weirdly, Warcraft was not banned because they didn't know about it, and when it surfaced, it used a different protocol, so people could just connect to it, no problem.
You're telling me that Final Fantasy XI came out before World of Warcraft?
Yes.
That doesn't sound correct.
Pretty sure it's right. Yeah, I think it's like 2002, and then Warcraft is like 2004. But yeah, oh well, that's by the by. Yeah, it's rough going in the early game, especially on the private server where they don't really have the tutorials that you would normally get in the retail version. So everything we are doing is with guides, and we're just kicking about as a bunch of red mages, which is basically a T-pose mage, because all you're doing is getting into a casting animation and firing off spells that you buy. But other than that, things out in the world.
I just wanted to very loop background to MMOs in general. Like that is just MMOs in general. The only game sucks.
Yeah. Out in the world, though, Grok has been banned from Twitter for answering a question correctly about Israel.
This is really annoying me because, like, Grok seems to constantly get destroyed because Elon Musk keeps getting annoyed that, like, Grok is an AI. It just answers questions based off of what it basically extrapolates from a bunch of answers across the internet. You can't get mad at it for this. Yeah,
so he wants it to look at a big enough sample size that it will give the answers that he wants it to give. So the best he can hope for is to do like direct brain surgery to tell it certain things, and even then, like that's not going to work for things like this. And he's mad. He's big mad.
Why doesn't he just at this point lie and just be like, it works perfectly, but really it just parrots what he wants it to say instead of being like, yep, it's an AI, it does X, Y, Z. He has to know at this point. He's killed it like 5 or 6 times. He has to know that what he is doing will not work. At least not the way he's doing it.
Yeah. What he wants is a chatbot, not an AI, it seems.
Which are very easy to set up. Apparently, it's quite a popular thing amongst the youngsters.
Yeah, I've made like 5 of them.
Okay, I didn't think you'd be privy, but fair enough.
Yeah, one of my chatbots is very popular among married women. It's great. But yeah, this is stupid but predictable. And
so what exactly did it say that got old Muskrat annoyed?
Oh, it was something like just asking is Israel doing a genocide? And it said yes, and here's the evidence. And he was like, oh no, I don't like this.
So how many dicks is he sucking over in Israel? All of them?
Yeah, apparently. Well, I think it's more the dicks of other people that he's sucking, who are in turn sucking the Israel dick, rather than him sucking it himself. I don't think he does anything himself. But yes, the other thing out in the wide world
yeah, go on.
is Pal Land. Have you heard of this?
I haven't got a fucking Scooby. Is it anything to do with Pal World?
Kind of. So, in the middle of Nintendo and Pal World duking it out, Pal Land has launched on the Nintendo Switch. It looks fucking awful.
Okay, but is it anything like either of those franchises, or is it literally just a name?
So, someone is basically taking aim at Pal World and trying to copy Pal World. The poster looks like an AI slop version of the Pal World main title screen. And when you get in-game, it's a Unity asset flip. They're charging $10 for this, and don't get tricked.
How come Nintendo's okay with having this on their platform?
I don't know. I don't know.
That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So the thing that is trying to ride the coattails of the thing you're suing and is actively an asset flip, you're okay with that?
Yeah.
Having that on your store? Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't need much more reasons to not like Nintendo. Nintendo are in my shit books right now.
Yeah, and I think what they've actually done is gone through and removed all the things that Pal World are getting sued for.
It's literally just the balls, isn't it?
Yeah, balls and riding.
And riding. The balls thing, I will reluctantly say, yes, okay, fine. I can see the argument. I think it's dumb and stupid and shouldn't be a point of contention. But I can understand why Nintendo gets pissy about it. The riding things is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. I think their actual thing about riding is switching between different styles.
Are they gonna throw a bitch fit when Digimon comes out in October?
Apparently.
They're not. Digimon actually has money and a fan base.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it. How about you? What have you been and what have you seen?
Alrighty, let's get into this. First things first, I watched a film on the Netflix.
What did you see?
I watched The Kid.
What's it about?
It's a Western. The annoying thing about this is I kind of saw a confrontation in the film via YouTube, and I was like, that looks like an interesting movie. Boy, was I a bit wrong.
Okay, is the confrontation the only good bit?
No. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a bit annoying, but basically it's a movie around the final confrontation between Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, historical figures. That part was kind of cool. It was somewhat accurate the way they portrayed the relationship between Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. That was interesting, but unfortunately, it's also the actual story is I can't even remember the character's name. They're that uninteresting. There's a boy and a girl. They start the movie. Their dad is beating the shit out of their mum. Boy kills dad. Mum's already dead because she's been beaten the shit out of, and now they have to run away. Their uncle's hunting them. Halfway through the movie, the uncle finds them and goes, I'm gonna make your sister my whore. And it's like, Jesus Christ, this went from 0 to 100 for no reason. So she gets a lot of horrible stuff happening to her off screen, and I'm just thinking, why the fuck are we focusing on Billy the Kid right now? I want her to be okay. And the final confrontation of the film might be cool, but it's also on the coattails of, yeah, it's been like half a year, and off screen that's been half a year of hell.
Yep, fair enough. Did you overall enjoy it?
No,
okay.
It was really marred by that. I get it. The film was, this character is on his quest to save his sister. Did his sister have to be explicitly put through that scenario? Could we not have had a different threat, please? It's gross.
Yeah.
Rick, her uncle.
Jesus.
Anyway, apart from that, it was kind of interesting, because you had the kid in the middle of Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, and it was very Treasure Island-y, in that
Sure.
Billy the Kid was your Long John Silver, and Pat Garrett was Captain... I've forgotten his fucking name. Smell it? The captain of the ship in Treasure Island.
Sure. Okay. Well, I've only seen Treasure Planet.
It would be the equivalent of Captain Amelia, but even then, the analogy kind of it still works, you know.
Yeah.
Jim Hawkins, being the young kid, idolizes the more rebellious person, but really you should be idolizing the more authoritative figure because they're actually doing the right thing. Pat Garrett eventually saves the sister, but Pat Garrett's played by Ethan Hawke. The uncle is played by Chris Pratt, and I was like, Jesus Christ, that Chris Pratt. I didn't know Chris Pratt could be so evil.
Yeah. Sweet.
He played the role very well, which is slightly unfortunate.
Yeah, fair enough.
and the guy they got to play Billy the Kid did a spot-on job as well. But yeah, the story they tacked on feels really annoying and kind of brought the film down, in my opinion. Also, the main character, the kid, who's like 15 years old or something, is very not good at acting. So
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, awful. But oh well, I've watched it now. In other Netflix news, Jim Jeffries' new special, his stand-up special came out, and I watched it. It was very funny.
Okay.
Yeah. He started out rather boldly with a joke about Johnny Cash, and I was like, oh, it's a good thing I like you.
Powerful.
Yeah. But yeah, Jim Jeffries is one of those comedians who he jokes about risque subjects, shall we say. I'm not talking about Johnny Cash in this instance, who gives a fuck. But it's one of those weird ones where I generally believe him when he says, it's just a fucking joke, grow up.
Oh, totally.
Not like other comedians who I will not name. Rick, something you might be able to relate to is courtesy of you. you, I have touched Pokemon Ultimate Conquest.
Sweet. I found this and thought it was fantastic, and made sure you had access to it as well. I've not yet started it. I made sure it worked, and I'm like, cool. So it's gonna be in the next week or so. But yeah. So how are you enjoying it so far?
I'm kind of got real mixed thoughts about this, because on the one hand, yes, it's added a lot. On the other hand, it's completely busted the game.
Yeah. They've outright said do not use passwords because they're intended for the vanilla game.
Oh, I'm not even talking about that, but that did make me laugh, because that's the first message before you get any plot stuff is your character talking to you saying, don't use passwords. And I'm like, okay, Jesus. Yeah.
Okay, fine. I won't do a password to get Mew.
Mew doesn't exist in this game, but yeah. No, passwords were essential in Pokemon Conquest base game, because there were Pokemon that were swarm locked.
Okay.
And the passwords would just spawn a swarm for you. So if you wanted to get Tadakatsu's best Pokemon, which is Metagross, you would have to put in a swarm code. But now it tells you straight up all the Pokemon are just available in the game. You don't need swarms. And I'm like, cool, that's a good change. I think they've fucked up a little bit by making every single warrior have a unique Pokemon.
Okay.
Again, this is all stuff the game tells you as you boot it up. 70% seems to be the minimum link percentage, which on the one hand is good, means you can have some variety and double up on Pokemon if you want, but on the other hand, it's kind of fun having shitlings.
Yeah, and I also know that they stopped certain links at 99% because there was a glitch they couldn't stop of it repeating the 100% cutscene every time.
Oh boy, yeah, that would get annoying.
Yeah, so they have to they just dialed it back a bit.
It's fine. The difference between 99% and 100% is negligible.
Sure.
But the main way I say they've busted the game is I've started the base game, the base story, because you have to do that before you can unlock all the other stories. And I've beaten the first boss. I beat Hideyoshi. I've unlocked the other two. And okay, this is how much of a power creep we're jumping up nowadays. In the base game, the first two nations were very easy to conquer. They were tutorial piss babbies, and now they've got full teams of really strong Pokemon, and I'm like, cool, I'm gonna have to grind for a good fucking couple of months just to have a team strong enough to go against this.
Yeah, shit. Yeah,
it is what it is. It's not the worst change in the world, and I can see it being a lot more fun once you get into the post game, but during the game it's like, oh fuck, this is gonna take forever.
I can appreciate that.
But yeah, the story seems to be completely unchanged, so you saying, oh, I'm going to jump in straight to this instead of saying the base game is kind of meaningless. So yeah, you'll get the base story, and you shouldn't be playing this game for the story anyway. Like, the story's basic, bitch.
Sure.
Ready for some news?
Yeah, let's go.
Boy, am I looking at a bunch of stories that make the UK look dumb.
Oh, Jesus, what have we done now?
Wikipedia has just lost its case against censorship.
Oh, no.
Wikipedia has been having an argument, shall we say, with specifically the UK government, saying that shouldn't need age verification for Wikipedia. And the UK government went, no, you need age verification for Wikipedia. We have decided upon this. And Wikipedia's like, fucking, we might have to introduce the age verification system on Wikipedia so people can still access it in the UK, which means no one's going to be accessing it in the UK.
Yeah. People are going to be accessing it from a very specific place in the Netherlands.
You can do the Netherlands. I think the most popular one right now is Albania.
Yeah, there's the Netherlands, Albania. Like my go-to is that the closest one is usually the Netherlands. But sometimes I get bumped over to like somewhere in America or somewhere in Japan.
Oh, I always just use Netherlands because like all I'm using it is for stupid shit.
Yep.
I can't access Reddit's subreddits about tattooing.
Jesus. Oh, because there's like partial nudity and
you can
human
see
mutilation.
Nipples sometimes.
Yeah.
Because
sometimes they might be female presenting.
Because shocker, sometimes women get tattoos on their tits.
Yeah.
It's not sexual. Does my fucking nut in.
No.
You can't access some parts of the Warhammer subreddit.
Cheese and biscuits.
Yeah, the normal one, by the way, not the weird, creepy meme ones.
Oh, yeah. Because the freaking, because demonettes are shaped like demonettes.
Oh, it's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, in other UK stupid news, the UK government has put out a statement saying that, Rick, you and I and everyone else living in the UK, we really should delete all of our old emails.
Like, actually, though?
Do you know why?
Oh, in case it gets scraped and you get judged for things that you said in the past.
Oh, that's hilarious. They don't care about that. No, we need to delete our old emails because we want to save water.
Oh, Jesus. I just did the Nathan Fillion thing.
Yeah. I know the meme.
Yeah, I just had an aneurysm from stupidity. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, so the logic here is, and I say logic, is that they think that the amount of old emails that everybody has all stockpiled up, because who the fuck deletes those shits? I let Google do that automatically, because it does after a while, so the amount of data needed to hold all of these old emails takes a lot of cooling, which is partially responsible for the droughts that are happening, which is obviously not true.
No. Yeah, that's not how any of that works. Christ on a stick.
But that's the logic they're using.
No.
This is the government that says you need ID to have a wank.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I know is a funny meme. That's not the actual reason they're doing all of this stuff. They want to control the internet.
Oh, yeah, they want to control the internet. They want to control access to information. It starts with wanking. Next is going to be, anything we don't agree with.
It's already happening on Steam, or itch.io, I should say.
This is a separate one. This is the money side. But
it's the same plan of attack. It's first they come for the adult games because it's like, well, I don't play adult games, so it doesn't matter. Oh, now it's anything that mentions LGBT content. You know, not even sexually, just fucking. There is a gay character. You're not allowed to play Undertale anymore because Undyne exists.
Yep.
It's gonna happen if people don't put their foot down. You have to defend stuff you may not want to defend. Because, hey, guess what? You're next up on the chopping block. It's like that fucking case over in America of the LGBs against transsexuals. Transgenders is the actual term. My apologies on that one. And it's just like, cool, we're banning transgenders in as many places as we want. Cool, guess what's under attack right now because they're done with the trans for the moment.
Yep, it's they're moving down the list.
Yep, gay marriage is literally on the chopping block already. That's how quickly it's moved on. You need to stand together. What is it? You must unite or you must fall. I'm making light of it, but fuck, what else am I to do?
Yeah, you literally laugh while you cry.
In other news, Rick, I don't know about you, but I don't give a flying fuck about this 30-year-old baby.
Which one?
The most recent one, I guess. It keeps propping up on pretty much every social media platform I use, and I don't click any of the articles because I generally don't give a fuck, but it's like, yeah, this baby's technically 30 years old because its embryo was frozen in 1995, and it's like, that doesn't mean the baby's 30 then, does it, you dick?
Yeah, so an actual baby where the embryo was frozen 30 years ago. Thing is, like, every egg is present in the mother the moment that child is born.
So I guess the only people who actually think this baby is 30 years old are the crazies that are like, yeah, life starts at conception. Does that mean this baby's allowed a whiskey?
Even worse, it's life starts at ovulation, which means that all babies can have a whiskey.
By that logic, this is the one I always like to go to, and I think you know what I'm going to say, Rick. By that logic, every time I have a wank, I'm killing billions.
Oh, yes.
But because we're blokes, we get a free pass for some fucking reason.
Yeah, because apparently our nocturnal emissions are a part of nature, whereas when a lady has her monthly tide, it's apparently an abomination, and this is something that really needs to change in public perception, because this is like the cornerstone of sexism. It's not good.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I will continue to not give a fuck about and I'm using air quotes, 30-year-old baby. It's not 30 years old, and it's a baby. I don't care.
Like, has the baby even been born?
Yes.
Okay, then it is a baby.
I think. Rick, I've generally not clicked on the article. It's just I keep seeing the headline over and over again, and I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
What are they trying to distract us from? Oh, right, Trump's a pedo.
Oh, yeah. You want this or the Epstein list? The Epstein list.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a bit more PG way of saying it, but this show's not PG, so fuck it, right? Last but not least, Rick, Dave Mustaine has announced that the next Megadeth album will be the last, as well as announcing a farewell tour.
Okay.
This might not mean much to you, Rick, but I did not in a million years think that Megadeth would stop before Metallica.
Yeah, I remember Megadeth were the ones who actually did the... So when Duke Nukem was going to get Duke Nukem Forever, like years before it actually did. They did a big bombastic trailer of it, and there was like an orchestral metal version of the Duke Nukem soundtrack for it, and Megadeth did that.
Yeah, that sounds like something Mustaine would do.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, I mean, I like I say I like Megadeth. Megadeth are alright. If you know what I mean. Dave Mustaine is a terrible singer, but it's a great voice to have for that type of band. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess so.
You guess so. So that's a no, it doesn't make sense. Listen to a Megadeth song and you'll know exactly what I mean as soon as the lyrics start. That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
Yeah, they're kind of a parody of metal.
They're not a parody, they're a cornerstone. They're one of the big four.
Yeah, but they started as a parody, and it was one of those where a parody taken seriously is...
What do you mean they started as a parody? They started because Dave Mustaine got kicked out of Metallica.
Okay, fair enough.
They weren't a parody, they were Dave Mustaine wanted to keep making music, but he wasn't allowed to do so in Metallica anymore. Calling them a parody is a great disservice. That's all I want to say. Rick, for the benefit of the audience and for me, what are we watching? And count us in.
We're watching Digimon Adventure, the one from 2020, episode 1, 3, 2, 1, and go.
I believe it does say in the title of the anime, it's Digimon Adventure 2020.
Okay. Oh, they're doing the little old sprites that they had from on the actual Digimons themselves.
I mean, they still, in the games, they still show these little sprites because they know they're banger designs.
Yeah. Like, being able to represent something like that in so few pixels.
Yeah.
It requires an amount of design skill.
Interestingly, we're still, even though we've got the dub, we've still got Japanese credits.
Yeah, so the Japanese subtitles for the credits for the English-ish sounding song.
I mean, it was English words.
Okay, so yeah, the subtitles are kind of hard-coded onto the animation.
Makes sense. Jesus, it's really easy to forget how small Agumon is.
Yeah, he is. He's like a little yellow Charmander-sized guy.
Yeah, he's just a lot fucking... I can't believe I'm saying this word. Thicker.
Yeah, he's a chunkier lad. Yeah, so already the spoiler of Ultimate.
It's not really a spoiler.
No, these are all the champions, yeah.
Yeah, these are all the champions. It's also not a spoiler because it's a reboot of a thing from 20-odd years ago.
Yeah, there was War Greymon.
Which is a mega.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Ah, that's my iconic goggles.
Before they became iconic for every other protagonist. Like, at least for Davis, it's literally Ty's goggles that you just gave to him.
I don't remember that part of the anime, but okay.
Yeah, it was like the literal passing of the torch was giving the goggles to Davis.
Because to me, the iconic thing about Davis is his stupid flame jacket.
Oh, hey, look, it's an evil Takodachi. All those jellyfish that go on people's heads in Futurama.
Oh, the brain slugs.
Yeah.
Poor thing, starved to death.
Yeah.
Already don't like the English voice for Ty, but okay.
Yeah, they have to do... Well, for a lot of these, they have to get a brand new person, because the original one is like 35 years older.
Well, this was 2020. It would have been 20 years, but I get your point.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Have I ever told you about the original plot of Digimon involving Tai and Kairi?
The Kairi?
Yeah, the little girl that you just saw. That was his little sister.
Okay. So, I know her as Hikari. Go ahead. Yeah, because
okay.
I think Kairi's the one from Kingdom Hearts, isn't she?
Okay, I'm just going to Google that character's name because now I'm convinced she's called Kairi in the original. Okay, it's Kari, Kari, so
Yeah,
that would be short for Hikari, wouldn't it?
yeah. So they use the full Japanese names this time at least.
Oh yeah, because in the original cartoon in English, this kid's called Izzy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, his full name, you can short that to Izzy quite easily.
Yeah, they give him his full name, including Izumi.
What the fuck is Matt's name in Japanese going to be then?
I think it's like Daisuke or something.
That's nothing like Matt!
I know.
Jesus. Anyway, the original plot for the original Digimon anime, which thank fuck they scrapped, was going to be a fucking ultimate incest love story between Tai and Kairi.
Oh, and making sure that they can like get together in the digital world or something stupid.
I don't know what the original outcome was going to be, except for that was going to be the romance plot for the original Digimon anime, and yeah, what a mistake.
Yeah. Thank you, Revisions, for changing that.
To be fair, it was a change that happened before they even started animating. But what a Japanism to fucking put in your show for kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, see what I mean? They've already put the stakes up to what the movie kind of felt like.
I suppose. It is a bit of an odd change, because in the original anime, they obviously went to summer camp and then to the digital world, and then they'd already had like champions and ultimates by the time they came back out and had to deal with problems in the real world.
Sure. I got it. Matt is Yamato.
Fine, that works.
Yeah, I get it. I accept it.
What about Joe?
Now. I think it's just Joe, but spelt Jyou.
Oh, what, Joyu?
Yeah, Joe.
What a tragedy.
Yeah. Tragedy with a GH.
What are these children's plans?
I think he's now going to try... He's going to hop the thing and now run. Because that's logical.
It is if you're a kid. Now, his Digicrest is meant to be the Digicrest of Courage, so I guess that's what they're going for. This is a courageous thing, so therefore he's unlocking his potential.
And courage is shorthand for stupidity. Yeah, there you go, your starter got picked. Get manifested by everyone else's mobile phone.
Listen, man, the rules for Digimon are inconsistent at best.
Some would say intentionally.
It just changes every fucking story.
It does, and I kind of dig it that it does, though.
It's fine, but if they did that with Pokemon, everyone would throw a shit fit.
Unless they did it from the beginning. Like, if Gen 2 was like, oh yeah, instead of Pokeballs, we're using kunai, then it wouldn't be an issue.
Why is that what you went to first?
I don't know. It was one of the things I thought of, like, how could Pal World not use balls? Yeah, this is something you can throw. We're now using kunai to... we're ninja, and we summon our guys with like, ninja seals, or whatever.
I hate everything you just said. And yet, at the same time, if it wasn't Pokemon, it might be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And now I'm just remembering Monster Rancher, where it was CDs.
And that other one where you can just scan the barcode. Barcode Battler.
Okay, the wild thing about that is you could buy a big old book full of barcodes to get the best things.
Yeah.
But it cost like 30 quid, which back then was a lot of money.
Yeah, and fuck trying to scan everything in your house.
Well, it's also because, like, I don't know how how the codes worked. I don't think they did.
They basically didn't. But it was like an RNG based on what your number, what the number that the barcode was.
But it's like you can't scan 7 of the same thing because they'll have the same barcode.
Yeah.
We're talking about barcode battlers while we're getting the fucking very first Digivolution sequence / condensation.
Yeah, I don't know why it's... Oh, okay, yeah, there we go.
Oh, he's getting
it's
the Digivice.
Yeah. Digivice as well. Hello! I am your Charmander!
Kermit the Frog here, is what you sounded like.
Charmander!
Again, in Digimon...
It's very
Why
cute.
does Agumon sound like that? Oh. Okay. Fine.
It sounds like someone's auntie pretending to be someone's uncle. Oh god, it is an evil Takodachi.
So, the last time I heard Agumon speak was in Digimon Survive.
Okay.
Obviously, it was Japanese VAs. There's no English dubbing in that game.
Sure.
And it's very clearly an actress using a really gravelly voice, whereas this is just a bloke.
Yeah. It's it's Callie doing the Ash voice kind of thing.
Nah, it's better than that.
I love when she does it though. It's really great.
yeah, sure. I won't knock it, but it wouldn't work for Agumon.
Yeah, I get you.
Because it's less of the actress doing an effect with their voice as much as this has clearly been put in post.
Sure, I get you.
The actor clearly couldn't say the Japanese name.
Yeah, every time I hear something like that, all I can think of is, my name is Merlwib Blöfishwood. Very obviously the first time that the actor has seen that word written down.
Oh, it just now dawned on me who the fuck you're talking about, because I was like, what the fuck are you saying right now?
Yeah, Merlwib. Merlwib Blöfishwin. If you know what Blöfish means, it's blue fish. And Win is daughter, so daughter of Bluefish. But if you've not seen it written down before, it's like the fucking Amelia Tyler meme of, I've never seen this word before, doo-dah, doo-dah.
But by the same token, Rick, I will always put these blunders not on the actors, but on the fucking voice director.
Yeah, if there even was one.
It's fucking Final Fantasy, there should be.
Yeah, there definitely should be.
Like, if it's some sort of indie project, I don't care that much if you don't have a voice director. Fine, understandable. But Final Fantasy, fuck off.
Do you know what the funniest thing about Final Fantasy XIV's voice direction is?
Go on.
Alice's voice actor doesn't know how to pronounce Alice.
It's a good thing she doesn't have to say it very often.
No. She doesn't know whether it's got a soft or a hard S.
To be fair, even I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I think Alphino uses a hard S.
Where's an S in Alphino? Oh, you mean the actors uses the hard S?
Yeah, so when he says Alice.
Here's the thing: it's like when I say words, I don't think about where I put the emphasis.
Yeah,
and that's a problem if you put the emphasis in the wrong place. Because if someone calls you out on it, you're like, "What the fuck are you saying right now?"
Yeah. I put the emphasis in the wrong syllable.
Okay, I don't like it. Don't do that ever again. I've never been that wrong.
No. I'm not calling you out. I'm giving an example.
I will say one of my favourite things to do while working my supermarket job is when I'm reading product names in my head, I say them wrong. My favourite until the end of time will always be lasagna.
Yeah, lasagna. Coca-Cola.
Well, I deal with fridges, so I don't get that one. But yeah,
you don't have Coca-Cola.
No,
I do love Coca-Cola.
Is that literally how they came up with Calculash?
It fucking might as well have been.
I realise we're talking a lot of bollocks over this Digimon Adventure episode, but like, stuff is happening, but we all know what's happening without really paying attention.
Yeah, like they planted the seeds of, okay, shit's happening in the digital world, it's happening in the real world too.
Like, if this problem is solved by Agumon alone, it's going to be a very boring scene.
It's not. It goes on for at least 3 more episodes.
I'm sorry, this plot point doesn't get resolved in this episode?
Well, this plot point gets resolved, but the viruses in general are, like, the central threat for at least the first half of the season.
Do they ever even go to camp?
Nope.
Fuck off. It's going to do a Kamehameha.
Worse. It's going to digivolve.
Well, yeah, obviously, I was making a joke, Rick.
And now it's Kuni no Sagiri.
I don't know what that is.
It's one of the later bosses from frickin' Persona 4.
Okay. I haven't seen the final form yet, so I don't know which one you're even referencing, so you're going to have to wait a minute. I don't know which one you're comparing it to.
Yeah, it's the big eyeball bastard. But yeah, he's...
Man, I need to go back and refinish fucking P4, because I'm blanking entirely.
Yeah, oh well. No big deal.
MBD! Is that a real acronym, or did I make that up?
No, it is a real acronym.
Boy, it really kind of fucks with it a bit that the fucking on-screen writing is in Japanese, so not helpful at all.
Jeff, the angry Digimon.
Might as well be. And the one in front of it happens to have your mum and sister.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter which one has your mum and sister. When they collide, it's going to be one train.
That's like using Agi and you're in the fucking level 99 dungeon shit.
Yeah, when you're on, like, 2 MP.
That's why you cheese Kaiwan with Victory Cry as soon as possible.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, that made that game so much fucking easier. Like,
it did, though, doesn't it? Like, oh, man.
It's really bothersome that Persona's... the most efficient thing to do is beat the dungeon on day one. However, boy, does it fuck up the fucking flow of the plot.
Yeah, because the person just goes to bed for a month. So he coins the term Digivolution for when the enemy does it. And now Greymon does it.
Greymon.
Yeah!
This is kind of the problem with like having not a cutaway for your Digivolution sequence, because it means it still has to fight while it's doing this, and it's kind of a flaw.
Kind of, but I kind of dig it, in a way.
Fine, you don't have the nostalgia for the old stuff, I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, I have the nostalgia. Like, having the Sentai-style cutaway is iconic, but I kind of dig that the world keeps going on while it's evolving, so he has to, do what he's doing while he's in an interstitial phase.
I guess. I'm not a fan, that's all. If it was in anything other than Digimon, I might be like, oh, that's so cool, but it's Digimon. Fucking have a break.
Yeah,
Kit
yeah,
Kat.
yeah.
This music does not fit the scene at all, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's the Sentai, like, basic Sentai music. It's so 80s sounding.
Which is weird, because this isn't even based on an original 80s thing.
No, it's not.
Like, late 90s at best. It feels like we should be watching a Rocky montage.
Yeah, literally. How do you make Rocky Japanese? Oh, it's Locky.
You can just say Rocky, because they did it in fucking, what's the name of that anime? Hajime no Ippo.
Sure, Rocky Balboa.
Well, they didn't call him Rocky Balboa, he was the Japanese Rocky.
Okay.
And the guy kept fucking getting angry at people calling him Rocky Balboa, because he was like, no, I'm not Rocky Balboa, I'm based off of Rocky Marciano. It's like, we get it.
Hilarious.
We get it. You're a boxing manga and you like boxing. Can Ippo please throw a punch already?
Yep. How long is he gonna do his fucking Dempsey roll before he actually finally punches someone?
Well, the Dempsey roll is a punch.
Yeah, I guess so.
And apparently has no counter, which is bollocks, but whatever. I think I bitched about this before. There's a Russian guy, I want to say he was Russian, where his signature punch was he'd throw an uppercut and throw a hook at the same time. And it's like, you can't fucking do that in boxing.
Yeah. It's like doing a flying kick.
Well, the idea is you uppercut them and it knocks their head back into the hook, which means you're punching them in the back of the head, which is illegal in boxing.
Yeah, that's a punch straight to the medulla oblongata.
Can't use big words, most of them are concussed.
Yeah. Blunt force trauma to the occipital cranium.
Russia did it.
Yeah, now they have to, hello.
Garurumon is just like, why is Matt not here? Oh, he is, never mind.
He is. Hello, Gary Oak.
Nobody likes Matt. If your friend says their favourite character from Digimon is Matt, you've got a bad friend. I say as I look at my plushie of Matt.
He's literally just Gary Oak, though, isn't he?
I mean, I've got... I bought these grab boxes from Comic-Con, and the one that I got was Matt, and he's holding Sumamon, which is the training form of Garurumon, and it's actually really cute. But boy, is Matt not my favourite character. I say as we're watching a fucking compilation of what I guess happened to Matt to get him here.
Now, this is the closing the closing scene.
And the closing scene is always Matt.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's everybody. It's just focusing on Matt.
Is this anime secretly just like a fucking 60 episode long fucking haters to lovers trope between Matt and Tai?
Basically, yeah.
Haters to lovers, that ain't what it's called. What's it actually called?
Yeah, enemies to lovers.
There you go, fucking haters.
Do you want to know what shows up in episode 2?
Yeah, I'm not going to watch it.
Omnimon!
In episode 2?
In episode 2, they do Omnimon.
Why?
Because the thing goes straight to, you've already seen it at Ultimate. Like, it skipped its champion form. The enemy goes to Mega, and they don't know how to use their powers yet, so sure, fine, Omnimon.
I mean, fine, whatever. They do that in a lot of the games as well. But
Yeah,
in the games, it's not the established, cartoon bullshit plotline.
Yeah, so you get like 5-minute Omnimon, and then they go on cooldown for quite some time, and it gives the other characters chance for their guys to have their spotlight episodes. But yes.
Okay, sorry, I left Rick sort of floundering for a moment there because it'll get cut out of the episode. But I was just silent for a long time as I'm like, that's awful. That's a bad way of doing this show.
It is. It is.
I don't know how much of this is influenced by me knowing that it got critically slammed when it came out, but it's not poor writing per se. But in the original anime, it took them 20 episodes to get an ultimate.
Yeah. There was definitely a slow burn back there,
and it was a bad ultimate too. It was Skull Greymon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was as well, wasn't it?
At least the one they did on purpose. They got Metal Greymon before, I believe, but it wasn't on purpose. It was an accidental fluctuation of the fucking power cosmic.
Yeah, and then the frickin' they reference it in Season 3 as well, where Guilmon gets ordered to digivolve and he becomes like Megidramon or whatever.
Which is a really strong Digimon in the games.
It's really cool as well, but yeah, the Eldritch horror is, Guilmon is literally an OC in that continuity. So everything that comes from it is essentially an evolution of what was it? TK? Was it? No, TK's in this one.
I don't fucking know.
Takato, because it's Takatomon, isn't it? Takato's inner psyche and his inner desires. So when Megidramon comes out, he's like, shit, I'm this much of an asshole? Oh no, buddy, go back. And then he becomes Gallantmon instead when they fuse with the good guys.
I think you're giving them far too much credit. But anyway, what did you think of this? And I know it's sort of been tarred by a brush already with your past escapades with this series, but let's hear it all the same.
It was fine. It was very definitely, I think, intended to be watched alongside episode 2, because I think episode 2 came out at the same time. But it feels incomplete without a little bit more continuation, at least.
I feel bad for anyone who paid for a Crunchyroll sub for this.
Yeah, I get it. The animation's the animation itself, I think, is really good.
It is. It's great. But you mentioned the other week that you started watching the reboot of King of the Hill, and while I don't care about King of the Hill and therefore probably not going to watch it, the only takeaway I have is I've seen clips from the new King of the Hill and it looks too crisp. And unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to say that again this week with this Digimon episode, is that yes, it's probably nostalgia goggles. In fact, it's almost certainly nostalgia goggles, but it's just a bit too fluid.
I get you. Generally, yeah, I like the animation style. I like the quality that they put in. Not sure if I like the voices, but that might be an English thing. I watched it in Japanese before, and I think they go to a lot more effort to use the original voice actors when they can. But yeah, how about you? Any further thoughts?
I mean, go on the voice acting front, I think they picked a terrible voice for Agumon. I don't know how much of that is just me influenced from the fact that I've been playing the game. I've played the games almost exclusively since about 2004. So, take this with a grain of salt, but I'm used to hearing the game version of the audio, and the game version of the audio is almost exclusively Japanese.
Yeah, totally.
So, it's a lot more... Sounds more like a kid rather than a bloke. for Agumon specifically.
Yeah, it does.
And even when it evolves into Greymon, etc., it still keeps that youthful vigor to the voice. Now, I see where they've gone for with the Greymon voice. It sounds very gruff and very like Steve Blum without paying Steve Blum.
But because didn't they do the same thing where they changed the voice for evolutions in the English but not in the Japanese?
Might be the case. Again, Survive is my most recent game that has a voice Digimon proper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Greymon saying in deep voice, "I'm Greymon now," is one of my formative memories of Digimon, in the West.
But I remember as a kid, and this might just be nostalgia, again, it's doing a lot of heavy lifting for my memories. I distinctly remember that in the original, way back when, in the original run, it didn't sound like a different VA. It sounded like a VA putting on just another voice.
Yeah.
Like Greymon sounded like Agumon, except going, Greymon! Yeah, putting on a fucking tone because I don't get paid enough for this shit. Is it the worst thing in the world? No. Is it what I would have wanted? Also, no.
True.
Again, comparing this to the first episode of the original anime, this is meant to be a reboot of. They started in summer camp, all the Digidestined meeting each other. I'm this person. They get sent to the digital world. Here's us meeting all of our rookies. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, but you're a flower, you're cute. Oh, kid shit.
Yeah. The flower thing becomes the cactus thing, and the prettiness girl has to realize that cacti are actually pretty cool.
I don't remember her even being that bothered by it. I'll be honest with you, because it lasts an episode before she's like, I'm over it.
Sure.
But yeah, hey ho diddly do. This is the price you pay for reboots, and again, this is from 2020. This was like peak. Everything's a reboot.
Yeah.
Like this might even been during like the death spiral of reboots.
And I'm gonna say kind of good, because not every reboot needs to happen.
It feels like it's happening a lot less frequently, and most of the reboots that have occurred that are in my circle of giving the shit have been pretty decent. Like Naked Gun is the most recent one, was awesome. They're redoing Running Man, and it looks like a cool take on it, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And that's 2 in a year, whereas it felt like some years the entire release list of movies was like reboot, remake, reboot, sequel. But anyway, I digress. Let's get down to the actual wind down proper, shall we? Rick, do you have a standout favourite moment?
It was one that you weren't quite as high on, but I really like just Greymon still fighting while he's becoming Greymon. Like, you can see him, like, keeping on struggling while he's dealing with his new form in real time, before it finally solidifies into a fully formed Greymon. Now, I think that was just so cool.
Now, here's the thing, Rick. I agree. It was a very cool visual. However, the problem I have with it is kayfabe.
Yeah, I get it.
This wouldn't work. If we're using actual kayfabe, without the existence of kayfabe, the transformation would not be completed. It's like the Irish Rip in wrestling. It just does not work.
Yeah, I get you. But yeah, that's my favourite moment. Do you have a favourite moment yourself?
Guess it was kind of fun seeing Garurumon right at the end. Immediately ruined by you telling me the what happens next episode and how dumb it is.
Yeah, it's daft. Yeah, that's the only reason he's there, is so they can have Omnimon next episode.
At its core, Matt and Tai are the two characters who butt heads the most. It makes sense that they're also the two most competent and most popular characters, because they've got Garurumon and Greymon.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got the two best Digimon in season 1, because you can't rely on Angemon.
You really can't. He doesn't even get Mega in the original anime.
No, he don't. But yeah, they got the two best, and you can very definitely see where a lot of the early impression of what a rival character should be like in the West came from. It was Gary Oak and Matt.
But also, like, it kind of implies that Matt was just watching that entire time, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yep.
Dick. But we can't only talk about the good, what little of it there is. We also have to talk about the bad. Rick, do you have a weakest link?
Well, they just kind of discarded one of the formative parts of the entire original premise, which was kids at camp.
It's the first thing we see Tai doing is getting ready for camp, and then no, disaster strikes.
Yeah, it was like, it's an iconic thing, and they've just gone, we're not doing that anymore.
It was also very weird in the anime, because they were in camp, but then there was no adults around. It was like, what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that a modern adaptation where people who are not dunces would not leave those kids on their own, but yeah. I guess my weakest link is there for a desolation of nostalgia. How about you? Do you have a weakest link this week?
It was the Tai show.
Yeah.
Izzy was there being the man in the chair because, alright, to be fair, he was that a lot in the original anime as well, but where are the rest of the kids? Where are the rest of the Digimon?
Yeah, like Kari was there, but she was only there to like get put on the phone and not say anything.
To be fair, she doesn't show up until like halfway through the original anime.
True.
With Gatomon, which should definitely not be a champion, but whatever.
Yeah. So Gatomon is a champion, but acts like a rookie, especially when she loses the tail ring.
Well, it's like that's her default form, and everyone else's default form are rookies.
Yeah, I love how like people even back then were like, my Otismon is a better Digidestined than the Digidestined.
What do you mean?
Because he abused Gatomon into being permanently Gatomon.
Oh, is that what that deal was? It's been a while.
Yeah, because she was one of his minions.
Anyway, yeah, this was the Ty show. And Ty is generic hero man.
I mean, he is. Yeah, I get it. I appreciate your weakest link pick on this.
And like, we got a glimpse of Matt, who is Matt is Sasuke.
Yeah.
And I've not even watched Naruto, and I'm like, yeah, that's a Sasuke character.
Yeah, you're right and all. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too cool for this. I'm gonna stand look edgy.
Oh, jeez, it's disappointing. I kind of get it. He is the main character. He is the leader of the group. But your first episode, you should at least see everyone. We didn't see Joe.
We didn't see Joe at all. No.
I don't think we saw Sora or Mimi either, apart from a silhouettes at the end.
Yeah. Now that you've mentioned it, no, I don't think so.
Anyway, let's end on a high, shall we? Do you have an MVP today?
I'm going to give it to, well, the Agumon line. I think Agumon in particular, because he was, without Agumon doing his absolute best and being completely tapped out, he wouldn't have, reached the point where he could have become Greymon. And just, looking at him being really cute early on and then being, completely spent after he pepper blasted so many times, that tugged him a little heartstring.
I mean, even as Koromon, he was fighting a good fight.
He was, yeah. Yeah, you got the shit kicked out of him before you even got met.
I didn't hear no bell.
But yeah, that's my MVP. How about you?
It's tough today. There was no antagonist. The antagonist was just Monster of the Week.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it a tie because he did me fucking head in. Can't really give it to Izzy because he didn't really do fuck all.
Yeah. He just is man in the chair.
I'm going to give my MVP award to the concept of Digimon because no matter how shit the anime may be, the games are alright.
Yeah. If you don't like Digimon right now, come back in a little while for better Digimon.
Well, you got that. The new game is out in October. I'm looking forward to that. I'm hyped for that. I will always be hyped for Digimon games.
Yeah, actually. This is one that I'm also pretty hyped for because I've not played the other ones, but this one looks really good.
They're on sale quite frequently.
Yeah, they are.
And the story games are proper RPGs, so, it's not Pokemon. Anyone who compares it to Pokemon's a fucking idiot.
Oh, yes.
It's always been a thing that's driven me crazy, Rick, is people being like, Digimon's a competitor to Pokemon. It's like, it's not. They both have Mon in the title. That's the only similarity these two things have.
Yeah, and man, it's not even... The original ones weren't even 8-bit. They were freaking calculators that you mated with each other.
Oh yeah, Tamagotchis, man.
Yeah. Tamagotchis with a positive and a negative on it.
But anyway, that does it for Digimon Adventure, the 2020 version. As always, we've got the comment section down below on the YouTubes. We apologise for our diversion from our originally scheduled programming, but we'll hopefully return to it next week, where you can also send us an email at nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com. Yeah, send us your thoughts, your hopes and dreams, your favourite Digimon, why not? Don't send us your favourite Digimon, I will mock you. I will praise you. Well, Rick can do that, he doesn't know any. BL Starmon. You just like big tits. And on that bombshell, we'll see you again next week, guys. Bye, everybody.